Okay, I think we're live. I think you guys can hear me, and I think everything's sorted. I am so sorry about that. I had so much set up that just didn't pan out there. It was a disaster. Um, I think the thumbnails on this one is fucked as well. So I'm just gonna change that quickly. And I think there are like 3 different streams now because YouTube is a piece of shit, and this used to be really easy, and now it's not, which is great. Guys, I'm sorry for fucking around like that because there was also, if anyone's watching this in the future, I also said I was going to be starting like 45 minutes ago, and I was like, wait, I need like 30 minutes just to prepare some stuff, which evidently wasn't the stream. And now here we are again, 15 minutes after that, and it's just a fucking total mess, which is just lovely. And look at that thumbnail. Look at that fucking. You guys in the future hopefully aren't going to see that thumbnail because I'm never going to let that see the light of fucking day. If I do anything right, that is. So let's change that. Oh my god, this has been so stressful. I just wanted to stream from OBS, right? Because you may not be able to hear, but my audio is pretty shit. I've got this lovely fucking mic. It won't work. It just it won't work through the browser. Fuck knows why. And then OBS won't stream to YouTube, so it's just a fucking clusterfuck. And it's just, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry about this. Like, I'm embarrassed for myself. If you just give me a moment just to catch my breath. I had a whole intro and everything I was gonna go through, and like it was gonna be great. Everything was planned out. It couldn't have gone worse. Is what I love about it. But that's communism for you, I guess. Where the fuck do you change the fucking thumbnail? I swear to Christ. I'm gonna fucking kill somebody. Oh my god. There isn't even an option. There isn't even an option because YouTube is a piece of shit. It used to be one stream, and now it's like whenever you want to do a stream, you need to do a different stream key on a different like panel, and it's like different events, and it's just it doesn't work, man. It just doesn't work. Okay, we got the place to change the thumbnail. That god awful thumbnail of me mid like wondering if it works. So let's change that to the actual thing that some lovely person actually made for me. It looks fucking lovely. We were going to have music on as well. I guess we can't even fucking do that now because we're not on OBS. So how are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Is it going lovely for you guys? Because it's going lovely for me, as you can probably tell, right? This is just okay. So that I think we're good. I've changed the thumbnail. Okay, and you know what as well? I wanted to hold on. I don't know if this is going to actually look any good, but this is something I wanted. Hold on. No, is there a purple glow? No, there isn't. Then why the fuck did I buy these things? Fuck. Oh well, okay. Well, I have these fucking back. Hold on. Check out this. I have these backlights. I mean, look at that. It's beautiful. I was hoping it would kind of reflect off my face or something. It doesn't. Doesn't at all. So that's it's just comically, it's like such comically a mess. Okay, deep breaths and we're good. Hey guys, how's it going? I've missed you all a lot. So you may be wondering if you've clicked on this video and then you've skipped through all this bullshit, or actually I might be able to cut this out and post, but you may be wondering if you skipped on this video, why the fuck is there a stream on my channel, right? Because I never stream on this channel. Well, I did have a second channel, right? And that's where I would do all my streaming and my debates and stuff, and it was a lot of fun. But then, of course, some of you may know I sacrificed that channel when I hosted the Xexizy and Jordan Peterson debate for free because it was a paid stream. And I offered my channel up for the greater good there, and no regrets or anything, but it was a shame because I was like, oh, I'm in the middle of stream, but I can't, and then I realized, well, fuck, why the fuck don't I just stream on my main? It's fuck it, because in terms of how videos are going, I mean, I am making videos. I just finished this like summer-long internship. Haven't been able to record over the summer, and then on top of that, writing scripts has been quite difficult because I've been busy with the internship. But I do have videos on the way. But I figured to kind of tide you guys over while I'm getting that stuff out, we could try some streams to see how it goes. We may make it into like a thing, we might not. But I was thinking if we do, we could do stuff where I'm like just talking about random stuff, like what I'm going to talk about tonight. Interact with the chat and have that parasocial relationship, which is really cool. I could react to random shit that I don't have time to make videos for. I can even do fucking debates like a good Destiny style with this. I don't know. It depends if it goes well. It's not going great right now. But so it's not a great start for it. But nonetheless, it is a start. So we'll see how it goes. Oh my god. It's just this couldn't have gone more horrifically. I'm so sorry, guys. But okay, real quick, how are we doing? How are we doing in the chat before we jump into the big meaty topics? How's it going? And I say that because I actually have a few messages on my phone I wanted to check while I was messing around with this. Okay, I'm gonna tweet out real quick that we got this working. Because Jesus fuck. Oh. Maybe I could just have a whole stream where I just fuck about with my hair. I'd like that. Okay, that's all right. Yeah, those are blue keys. They're very clicky clacked, aren't they? Oh, I love. Oh, by the way, from my internship, take a look at this shit. My official visa. That's gonna be backwards for you guys, but that's my official visa. My bottle. Okay, and then it gets better. It gets better. Okay, my official visa. Fuck. My official visa, which is also backwards, hoodie. I also have an official visa blanket. I haven't got that out right now, but I have it. They're both really nice. They're such good quality, like fibers. It's so good. I'm now sponsored by Visa. I know. Well, that's where I did my internship, as you can probably guess, in cybersecurity. So that was a lot of fun. So yeah, I mean, well, I say it was a lot of fun. It was fucking horrible, but nonetheless, it has confirmed to me that I will never ever be working in a corporate environment. I mean, I kind of knew that already, but now, like, I really know. So we're good there. Yeah. How are we doing for? Is everyone like? I hope everyone's found this stream because everyone would have been probably on various other pages for this stream. Because I made like 4 of them now, so I'm hoping that people have found this. Let me just get it up on my second monitor so I can actually see how it's doing. All right, that's good. That's good. Okay. Hey, we're good. We're good. We're through the difficult part. This isn't unwashed. It's just dry. It actually is freshly washed. I like just got out of the shower before doing this. But like, I don't think the camera complements it too well. Let's go with that. Or maybe it's the lighting. Maybe it's both. And maybe it's just never my fault. But anyway. Do I start the Evil Eye debate? No. No, that's all gone. Yeah, so everything on my second channel is gone, lost to the ashes. I should have backed it up, to be honest, but like, I just didn't think to, I guess. I've lost a lot of really good stuff on my channel, which is a shame. It is a shame. Yeah, it's really frizzy. I don't know. I put like products in it and shit. This is wax in this shit as well, and it's like, it's just not. I'm just cursed, really. Cursed to have shit hair forever, but oh well. Okay. Yeah. So let's get into what I actually even wanted to talk about tonight. And so those who may not be aware, I had a debate with Destiny recently because he's been having all these debates with leftists and things like that. And it's been a mess, honestly, watching him going through all these leftists who are just like, it's either complete crazies like MLs and things like that who are just like trying to support fucking China or some bullshit. It's like, who gives a fuck? Or it's just these rad libs who don't know what they're talking about. And then when Destiny's like, oh, well, how would you, make sure that democratic workplaces aren't racist? And it's like, And then this person just kind of flounders asking that, and that's getting way too specific. I didn't mean to call anybody out there, but nonetheless, so that's been painful watching all these people debate him. So I decided to take a stab at it, and I think I did all right. And you guys can go watch that if you want. It'll be on. It's on his channel. I'll link it. I'll link it now. Actually, let's get that in the chat. And I'll try to remember to put it in the description. I won't remember, so someone's gonna have to remind me. But like, yeah, that should be there, so that's fine. Okay, let's just delete these old streams as well, so people know that like this isn't like, yeah, cool. But yeah, so I kind of wanted to just go over like a few things about the topic, the arguments brought up, how I thought it went. So I'll link that in the chat now. So how I thought that went, and and all that stuff. So yeah, now, so the thing with Destiny, right, is that he says a lot about how he thought, he's not too concerned about debating socialists because they're dealing with these utopian visions and they don't really care about practical politics and they're not in the mainstream and all these kind of things. And like in some sense he's kind of right there, but like that doesn't make socialist ideas unimportant. That's not something you can just consider to be like a fringe ideology. So like the angle I wanted to take with it was like, okay, let's not talk about how great socialism is and everything. Let's just go in for capitalism, because that's a practical argument, right? That's dealing with the everyday world. It's pointing out problems that we face every day as a society in which we live, and I figured it would be a good attack angle because it avoids having to do all these messy things of like, oh, well, how will you deal with this under socialism and how you would deal with that under socialism, because that's really where Destiny kind of thrives. Because the thing with Destiny, right, is that when it comes to debating, his thing is thinking on his feet, and it's let's straighten that out, and it's thinking on his feet, being in kind of what's the word, not like too grounded territory, not dealing with too abstract structures, just kind of like argument. So when people come on and they just they don't really prepare, I'm just gonna say a bunch of stuff and we're gonna see how that's gonna go, Destiny just wipes the fucking floor with them. So what I had to do, right, the only reason I did well, it's not because I'm some pro debater, well, I am, but nonetheless, the only reason I did well is because I literally wrote up a fucking essay of every argument I wanted to make and then every counter argument I expected he was going to make against it. And I went in with that prepared. I even had a practice debate with a friend of mine, and the reason I had to do that, I wouldn't usually do that, but the reason I had to do that is because it was especially difficult for me because it has been years since I've actually had to debate liberals about why capitalism is bad. Because, all I really do these days is I argue with other leftists and I tell them why they're wrong, but like we all agree capitalism is bad already. So I in all honesty, I'd pretty much forgotten how to make those arguments. So that was pretty difficult for me. So I had to actually kind of relearn all of that stuff. That was a fun process. But if anything, coming out of this debate, I'm kind of glad that now I can actually have a real life conversation about these things again. Because every time it would be like I have to talk to someone in real life about it. Well, they wouldn't be on the same page as me or leftists in general. So I'd just be like, where the fuck do I even begin? Like, I haven't had to explain why capitalism is bad in so long, but now I can do that again. So that's fine. So that's the angle I took with him. Now, the plan was, now I didn't want to talk about how would you deal with X under socialism. We'll get to how I did with that later. But my plan was, if he starts asking, oh, okay, well, then what's your alternative? How are you going to fix this problem then? Then I'm just going to say, I'm just going to start bringing it back to like the big point I wanted to make, because I had like a lot of like content I wanted to get through, and I expected us to kind of get like caught up on various points for a while and spend a lot of time there. But really what ended up happening is I pretty much went unchallenged, and I should have seen that coming, to be honest. But I went unchallenged because he didn't really have a lot to say about the specific arguments I was making about capitalism. So by the time, so eventually I got through it all in like half an hour. And then when he started talking about, okay, then what's your alternative? I didn't have a main point to bring it back to, so I'd already made all those points. So I was like, oh well, shit, I've got to stand my ground here, which is frustrating. And if any Destiny viewers are watching, because I got a few subs from there, Now, this may sound like I'm always intentionally trying to avoid talking about socialism as if it's some kind of nefarious, I know that there's no alternative or something like that. The thing is with debates is they're not real intellectual discussions. You have to understand they are through and through just rhetoric. And it's whoever can come off the best that actually wins the debate. And it is really hard to argue in a rhetorical sense a socialist society and how that's going to look. So if I'm thinking about winning a debate, which is all where Destiny is ever thinking about as well, even if he doesn't admit it, if I'm ever thinking about that, then I need to be thinking, okay, well, it's probably not a great idea if I allow to be dragged into this kind of stuff, because then I'm going to end up like these other leftists who've already gone down this path and they just embarrass themselves. So that's why I was trying to avoid that kind of stuff. But it didn't completely work out in the end, so I had to talk about it a little bit. And my weakest point in the debate would definitely be when we were talking about that. I don't think I necessarily like bombed it or anything, but it would definitely, I think it says it all that like his clickbaity title and his clickbaity description and stuff are quotes of him saying like this is such a Weasley defense or something. But both of those quotes, the one in the title and the one in the description, are from that one point in the debate where I felt like I was at my weakest. But in a sense, that's kind of like that plays well in my favor because he has to literally like squeeze everything out of this one point in the debate where he had any kind of upper hand, and that's all he could go with. In all honesty, pretty much throughout the entire debate, I felt like I was pretty much coming off strongest because he didn't really have any too concrete arguments to really go against what I was saying. And for what I was saying, by the way, I was making an argument about free time and surplus value, and explaining, well, if you're constantly worked for your surplus value, then you're having your free time eaten into. We could be a lot freer under communism, and that'd be a lot better. His argument almost seems like, well, we have enough free time under capitalism already, kind of thing. It wasn't too strong. And then there was another one about falling rate of profit, and how technological advancements they constantly force us to create more and more, and then we need to sell more and more because they're making less. Because I know the mic is terrible. I'm so sorry. Again, I have this beauty. I have it, but YouTube just won't fucking work with it. I'm gonna have to look into it, but like I don't have time tonight. But anyway, so I talked about falling rate of profit and stuff. And again, his only real argument for that whole section of like critiquing capitalism was this ridiculous thing of like, oh, well, if we applied your like stop expanding capital thing for the sake of expanding capital in like the 50s or something, we would never have microprocessors, because it was like, oh, we would have made enough semiconductors that we needed, and then we'd never make any more ever again. We never would make microprocessors, which is just it's so absurd, because that's just not how innovation works. You don't make a bunch of shit and then with a mountain full of shit that you can't use, you then have an idea and then suddenly you just start using it. No. Yeah. So that's pretty much his only main argument that he had against that section. So that's why he had to continually drive forth, like, okay, so what's your alternative? What's your alternative? How are you going to solve it? Blah, blah, blah. And that's, again, because I didn't want to get into that. I didn't think I would get into that. I didn't prepare for that as much as I wanted. That's why it was my weakest point in the debate. But overall, I think, like, again, he didn't have any real arguments against my main points against capitalism, which is really all that should matter, in my opinion. And especially from like a scientific Marxist perspective and all that. Yeah, so I think it went really fucking well. Yeah. But what about you guys? How do you think? How do you think it went? I know this is super off topic, but are you boarding? Thank you for the addition to this conversation. And no, I don't think so. I mean, I've got hair. I've got a lot of hair. I mean, where would I don't know. Is it really that bad? The audio is bad now because I'm using a webcam mic. Because I'm not using the same mic I was using in the debate. That's the reason. It was going to be so good. If I can get OBS to work with YouTube, then I can use that mic. But like this mic won't work through the browser. It's just I don't know why. I mean, I just I know it's horrible. No, I haven't watched any other debates with Destiny. I look like I killed someone. Yeah, I know. Why do I bother, really? I look better in my videos because I have more time to fucking sort shit out. But I was in such a rush because I ran over time with some other shit I was doing, and then I was like, oh shit, I have to stream, which is where the delay came from. And then it was another like 15 minutes just figuring out how fucking YouTube works, and it's like, yeah, we need a hair and makeup tutorial from from someone who can do that. What are my thoughts on the Brexit chaos? I was going to talk about that. I have a take. I have one take, and it's only one take, but I'm going to make it. But I need in a moment. I need to catch up. We will. We will. So yeah, the people are wondering about videos and stuff. We are working on videos. Our next video is going to be really good because it's going to be talking about it's going to be talking about anti-sectarianism and Leninist bias in the left. And I think that's going to be really interesting because it's kind of approaching the point of like, if you're one of these kind of general anti-sectarian leftists and you don't have like a specific ideology and you just want everyone to get along, then I feel like you implicitly take on a lot of Leninist traits even without realizing it. In the exact same way that if you're a centrist, you take on neoliberalist traits without realizing it because it's the default, right? And I argue that Leninism is really the default for the leftist community. And I personally I think we should fight against that. Because I think even anarchists, honestly, anarchists who are like Marx was right on everything but the state, these types of people, even they take on these misunderstandings in both how we should do organization and what socialism should look like, and it's not good. It just leads to fucking fuck all happening. And then people having a bad understanding of what Marxism even is. It's very frustrating. So I kind of want to make this. I should talk with Vaush because Vaush is, I guess, Vaush would fall into this category. Yeah, Vaush is a Leninist. You heard it here first. He called me a tanky. Well, fuck it. Now I'm calling him a Leninist. I'm getting the fuck back at him. Power Capital. Yeah, I'm getting through the first volume right now, which is a lot of fun. It's frustrating though, because I mean I'm trying to juggle like uni and then this internship stuff at the same time. It's like, but I am getting through it. And of course I've read Wage, Labor and Capital and Value, Price and Profit multiple times as well, which I know obviously aren't substitutions, but they're pretty good groundings. No, I don't have a new streaming channel, so I'm thinking about moving streaming to here and seeing how that goes. So obviously this first one isn't amazing because of the mic quality and the fucking everything just being a mess, but we'll try it again with more time to prepare, and then we'll see how that goes. He doesn't read theory. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, that's really not good. How often do I comb my hair? Apparently, let's just fucking. I'll show you right now. I'll show you. It's not going to do anything. I've got a fucking brush here. Hold on. So we're gonna fucking brush our hair, and it's gonna look shit. You see, it doesn't. It didn't do anything. It's just what is the point, man? It just looks the exact same, or it just looks worse. And it's just like, I mean, I have a fucking beanie that might work. Hold on. Fuck. There it is. I don't have a hair straightener. My hair is the most important topic of my channel. You have to understand. There we go. Okay, so we'll just rock this. Hold up. Okay, there we go. Now we're fucking now we're rocking it. Okay. Fuck. We got it good now. All right. This maybe. Yeah. What is my life? Okay, all right. Yeah. This probably looks better, to be honest. I do use a conditioner, dude. I fucking use it. It's, you have no idea. Okay, I use conditioner, and then I use fucking protein spray, and I use wax, and it's just it just not work. It just oh, fuck my life, man. Yeah, I do use the leave-in conditioner. Anyway, let's not talk about my fucking hair. Holy shit, this is going to be like a politics stream channel or some bullshit. So there's this thing with Brexit, right? So now it's really weird. I don't really have a whole take on the EU, really, besides the fact it's like a capitalist organization, but like so is fucking the UK. So it's like, like if I were going to make a video on Brexit, it would basically just reiterate this one point, which I kind of realized quite recently with the whole mess with Parliament. And it's like, but it's not really like long enough or fleshed out enough to actually make into a video as a thing. So I figured this is kind of one of the reasons I kind of wanted to do like start some streaming here or something, because then I can just rattle out fucking points here, which didn't get enough likes on Twitter for my liking, and I can just do that here, and it's like I still get those points out to you guys if you're interested in them. Presumably, if watching my channel, you are. And we don't have to make a whole fucking video about it because there isn't just like enough content to really go over for that. But what I found really interesting, right, about Brexit recently, so I'll get everybody up to scratch. If you're like American, you may not know, but basically, it's a fucking mess. Parliament is a mess, and so Boris Johnson, this guy, he's just got into prime minister position, and very shortly afterwards, some MPs, or basically most of MPs, got together and they said, no, you're legally not allowed to leave the EU without a deal. You can't do that. And that got voted through Parliament. So Parliament just told the government to go fuck itself, right? No. Okay, that's interesting as well. But actually, there's a better angle for this. Okay, right. So the big thing, the very big thing that everybody really lost their shit over was Boris Johnson suspending Parliament. Okay, and what he was going to do, I don't think he's doing it anymore because there's like no point, because he can't like do what he wanted to do for the reason of suspending it anyway, which is leave no deal Brexit. But before, when he got in, he was like, okay, I'm going to suspend Parliament. It's gonna like it's not gonna no one's gonna be able to do shit between like October and the start of October and the end of October or something like that. And the point was, it was going to mean that Parliament wouldn't be able to stop a no-deal Brexit, which they ended up doing anyway. So I guess that didn't work. But anyway, that was the plan. People really lost their shit over that, right? Because like, holy shit, you're suspending democracy. This is, you're like making it a dictatorship. You're like, this is a coup, and like it's terrible. And like, you know what? I kind of agree with those people. It's really shitty, and like that's obviously an affront to parliamentary democracy that you can't just end Parliament because you think they're going to vote in a way you don't like. But I guess you can. But anyway, this is where it really gets interesting from my perspective, and this is my real take on it, right? Fundamentally, what we have here is we have a vote. It's like we're going to leave the EU, and regardless of how you think that vote came about, or if you think it was legitimate, whatever, like it's a vote that says we leave the EU, right? And we had like years of trying to organize deals and get shit through Parliament, and it didn't work. I don't believe, looking at history, it is really possible to do Brexit through Parliament, because there wasn't even a point, right, where people were like, let's vote on what we even want to attempt to vote to do. Let's vote on what we're going to vote to do. And they couldn't even agree on that. They couldn't reach a consensus on that. It's just too split. So you could argue that suspending Parliament is the only way to deliver Brexit. So, i.e., suspending democracy is the only way to carry forward on a democratic vote. So what you get here then is you've got two people, because you've got all the lefties and the soft ends and stuff, and they're saying, "Oh my God, this is a dictatorship, it's a suspension of democracy, it's terrible." But the thing is, the Brexit people have been saying this for years. They've been saying, "Well, we had a democratic vote, and if you don't do it, that's an affront to democracy." So you've got now two sides literally just arguing who has more democratic legitimacy. And once you have that in a democracy, your democracy has failed. What I'm saying here is that liberal democracy has been broken by Brexit. It literally cannot handle this shitstorm, because it gets to a point where one side with complete democratic legitimacy, according to the system, has to make way for another with also democratic legitimacy. It has broken. And so liberal democracy has been pushed to its limits by this thing. And I think that's fascinating. And really, I think that's the discussion we should be having. I don't think it should be, oh my god, it's a fucking coup. If you just fall into that shit and it's like, oh my god, the Tories are evil, and then you're just a fucking another rad lib. And you just got to look at shit on a more systemic basis. Like, you've got to have I just think it's a really lukewarm take, and I think there are a lot more interesting ways you can approach it. So that's my take on it, at least. And obviously, it just so happens that I believe that my take is the good and interesting take, and that's complete coincidence, I swear. But yeah, I kind of wanted to rattle that off because it's something I've wanted to fucking. Well, I did say it. I fucking tweeted it out, and then it was so disappointing because it was like one of those "We Live in a Society" comics where you've got all these people, crowds of people going to easy but wrong answers, and you've got one person going to hard but true answers or something. I was my tweets were the one person, and then everybody else's tweets. That's literally what it was, guys. So now we just have to fucking go to YouTube, where I do have a platform. Follow me on Twitter, by the way, where I do have a platform, so I can get those points out there instead. So there you go. Yeah. And that's really all I wanted to fucking say tonight. Not that I'm ending. I mean, although not having OBS doesn't really make it difficult because I can't play games, I can't play music. This has been a disaster. But nonetheless, I mean, I've said everything I wanted to say about the Destiny debate and the Brexit thing now, so let's hang out on the chat. We got enough people on the chat, we can just talk to the chat for a while. So chat, how's it going? What do you wanna do? What do you wanna do with your lives? I can't. I can only do something through my webcam. That's all I can do. Gen 2 is still compiling fucking brilliantly, but I won't talk about Gen 2 because this is a fucking positive stream. Talk about my hair. I could talk about my hair. I could do that a lot. Debate you? What the fuck am I going to debate you on, fam? How many Marxisms do we have before we win communism? This is such high quality content in my chat, guys. Thank you. A communist TikTok account. You know what? The internet was a mistake. I'm done. Do you think markets will cease to exist in commodity production one day? Well, I mean, yeah. Fundamentally, it has to. If nothing else, I mean, this is such a shitty response, but if nothing else, because their social constructs and humans won't be around forever. But if you mean while humans are still around, then yes, still, yeah. In some horrible way or one or another, whether it's through climate catastrophe or not, it will happen somehow. It can't go on forever. Chris 0081234, lovely name by the way. What are you referring to? Chris also sees we need perspective. What? It's a video or what? Hi Fuzzball. Hey, Hamish Fat Cat. Thank you. I swear to God, if people ask me about the fucking shitty questions like the fucking USSR national anthem, what kind of fucking channel do you think this place is? Do you think I'm Finnish Bolshevik or some stupid fucking shit like that? Huh? Is that what you fucking think? You think we're here for that? Fuck that, man. I'm not talking about that shit. I don't know how low to wear this, to be honest. It's a lovely hat, isn't it? I really like this hat. It's good. It's good. I'm into other areas of philosophy. I'd love to be honest. I really want to read up on the real shit, Kant maybe, or some existential shit, or just shit that seems fun, or Deleuze is something that all my friends are into. So I'm maybe I should check this guy out. And someone actually wrecked me a really good intro book to that, which I'm gonna try and read at some point. So I want to get more into real philosophy and stuff, but it's I'm trying to juggle 2 degrees right now is the thing. I'm doing a physics degree and I'm self-teaching a computer science degree. So it's like, I think philosophy is going to have to wait. But it's got me thinking, you know, like I'm going to be doing a computer science master's, right? Maybe like after I do that, I get a job for a while, save up some money, and then I could just go back and do like a philosophy master's. Because how fucking cool would it be if I just fucking had loads of masters and then I could be a professor in like 3 different subjects? That would be really cool. I would like that a lot. Sorry, I said physics degree, not business degree. God, you think I would fucking study business? Jesus Christ. Why do you even go to uni? Oh, thank you, Nine Fox. That's the other thing I wanted to talk about. Yes, the Contrapoints situation. Do turn it into that kind of stream, man. That's exactly what I'm about. Okay, so basically it's just a fucking mess. It is a fucking mess. Like, well, I made a thread on this, so like I'm gonna tweet this out. Not it's already a fucking tweet because it's a fucking thread on Twitter. I'm gonna send this on the fucking. I'm gonna have to get up on the VM. I'm actually streaming from inside a virtual machine because I run Linux, so I'm running Windows, and then it's a thing. It's a whole thing. All right, here it is. Oh, light fucking mode, Jesus. There you go. So I have a thread on this. I'll recap it though. Twitter is fucking cancer. Call out culture is fucking cancer. It's good to like point out when people are being shitty, but this is not what was happening here. It is fucking. Oh, it saddens me so much because like. Now I keep up with Contrapoints a lot. Like you could consider me. I mean, not really recently. I've kind of like lost interest in her more recently, purely from the perspective of like she's just more into doing content that isn't aimed at me. You know, like it's fine. I totally get that. Like I fully support her. She can do her. But like a few years ago, when she was more getting started out, I fucking I watched every video and every stream. I still love her. You know. The point is though, I keep up a lot with what happens. So the first time she got cancelled, like when she was up, like imagine if you can by this point, a time when Contrapoints was a goddess. Okay, she was all that. You know, everyone fucking loved her, and there was nothing wrong with her because the thing is, she had like a meteoric ascent. Right, she went from like I remember finding her like 12,000 subscribers. And then, like a year later, like 100,000. You know, it's crazy. She gained this massive popularity within the left online spaces in such a short period of time. So, and because again, she just makes such phenomenal content, and she's just such a cool person. Everyone just fucking loved her. So what you got is essentially, what I feel like is two things happened. She got put up on a pedestal as like the trans goddess. Okay, she was like, you know, she was the fucking face of the online trans movement, right? For a brief time. And then on top of that, people also then projected their own stuff onto her because she was so new on the scene. She hadn't had that much time to develop out her personality, and I mean like parasocial personality, of course. So because of all that, the first time she fucked up, and I honestly I can't even remember what she fucked up about, but the first time she fucked up, it was like a big deal, and she herself clearly was not like ready for this. And I don't know if she's like okay with people now talking about this because she did speak about this publicly on her stream, but all these streams are gone now. She's like deleted all of them, including the one she had with me, the fucking bitch. But nonetheless, so she was talking about in the stream the first time this happened. She was apparently like crying. It was fucking horrible apparently. And you know what? I've been there. Getting cancelled is fucking horrible. And she would have got it on like way bigger scale. Nothing compared to what it's been the last few days, obviously. But it's still back then. It would have been a way bigger scale. and she was saying she felt like she'd broken up with her fans, and like that makes total sense considering the state she was in before that happened. Again, there's this kind of like pinnacle of like do no wrong trans goodness, and I don't know why I'm struggling with my speech tonight. So the point is that I'm trying to make is that clearly Contra does not deal well with these kinds of things. With coping with these kinds of things, arguably less so than others. Because I've got cancelled, I've seen other people get cancelled, and so I know how people usually react to it. I know how I react to it. I know how it feels. And just from my own personal opinion, I get the impression that she takes it on more than people already usually do on top of that. And it's difficult already, you know? So like so that on top. So like, I feel like then when it gets to the point when she's then deactivating her own Twitter account over it. Because by this point she's like a fucking professional brand and shit, you know? So you get to the point where you're deactivating your Twitter over something. That at her level, that's a really fucking big deal. That's like you cannot be in the right headspace to do that. And I'm not saying she's like unstable or something. I'm not saying she's fucking gonna kill herself or some shit like that. But she's clearly like taking this not well at all. And I don't blame her. It's fucking horrific. Like getting cancelled is fucking horrific. The point that I'm trying to make though is that everybody cancelling her, everybody fucking one-upping her, everybody getting the woke points, they either just don't think about this shit at all. They don't think about what it's like to have this. And a lot of people are just like, oh, well, you're just being called out. You're just being pointed out that you're being shitty. Like, no, that's not what's happening. You're being fucking harassed. You have to watch loads of people get thousands and thousands of fucking likes and retweets on all of their dunks on you for days is what she's been going through. And it's fucking distressing. You can't like go to bed and then forget about it, especially because it's her fucking job. So it consumes her life. Okay, already even when I've gone through it, when it's a fucking side hobby, when I have other shit in my life to distract me, when it's been on such a small scale, it has made me cry. It just it's just like that's how fucking bad it is. So on that scale, it is a unique form of modern mental torture, is all I can put it as, on that scale. So the point is that, you know, you've got all these people continually going on and pushing and pushing and pushing, even after she fucking deletes her fucking Twitter account. People are saying, oh, well, you know, she was just getting called out. There's no reason to fucking, you know, or she's just doing this so people lay off her. Like, shut the fuck up. I'm sorry, shut the fuck up. You like this lack of sympathy piece of shit. Like, you are either not thinking about the mental state that you have to be in to do that, to delete your own fucking Twitter at that level, or you do know it and you do think about it and you just don't give a fuck. In which case, especially fuck you and just get out of the fucking movement altogether. And you know, I don't even agree with like the take she made. I totally get why a lot of my trans friends were like, this is actually kind of shitty, this makes me feel shit, this is not a good take. Like, sure. Like, even from my perspective as a fucking cis dude, I could kind of like put myself in those shoes of like understanding why that might not be great to read as like a trans person who might not necessarily pass as well as her, or is newer, or is NB, you know, and isn't necessarily trans and trying to go for one specific look. Because like her whole thing has been talking about like assimilating and like not making a big deal of things, but you can't do that if you're fucking NB. You can't do that if you don't pass. So like I totally get why people were saying like, well, you're not being very considerate of like other people's experiences. But then necessarily does she have to be? Because is she the face of the trans movement? She didn't ask to be. She's just some fuck who started making YouTube videos. So she was just sharing her own experiences. And yeah, you can argue she should be responsible about that because she is like, whether she likes it or not, she has a platform and like people see that, you know. So I get that. There are a lot of different ways, so there should be a discussion about it, man. But like the point is like that's not what happened. It's just fucking harassment and cancelling until she's pushed out the fucking platform, and we ruined the best fucking thing that the online left has ever got. So it's like, Yeah, so it's really shitty. I hope she comes back. I hope she's okay. I think it's definitely, if she realized, again, because what I was talking about earlier, it must consume her life. So if she realized I need to just fucking get off Twitter, and the only way to keep myself off Twitter is to delete my Twitter account, that's fine. Like, I really hope she's in a better place. I hope she's got friends around her. And I hope eventually, and this is where I think this is totally like my own perspective, it may be wrong, but this is what I think she struggles here more than most when it comes to getting cancelled. I hope she just brings it into perspective a little. And that these people are never going to like her. They're not trying to make her a better person. There's nothing she can do to appease them because they don't actually care about, what she does or where she goes from this. So I really hope that she comes to realize that, and she just, again, brings it into perspective and comes back, hopefully even stronger, and starts making fucking friends, honestly. Because Contra, if by any chance you're watching, you're not, but if any chance you're watching, even if they're the fucking best sex in the world, why are you still making friends? You should have learned your lesson by now. Because regardless of if she's fucking right or not, why do you fucking bother making friends by this point? Just make your videos. Like, come on, come on. Whew. That's my take on the Contra situation, though. I'm glad I could get that out, though. I hope people like that. All right, let's go back to the chat. What else do we want to talk about, guys? You want to ask me questions? You want to talk about your day? Tell me about your day. We'll work off that. I wish I had OBS right now. I will get this sorted. I will. Because I have an audience on Twitter, I don't have a fucking Twitch account. What is state capitalism? It's just capitalism where everything is run by the state. It's like what Americans think socialism is, basically. It might not have markets, like in the case of the USSR. Although that still have markets, but Talk about music. Okay. You see this shit? You see this shit right fucking here? Look at this shit. Look at this shit. This is the fucking is the powers that be. And this is limited edition. There are only a few pressings of this. I'm so glad I have it. But, all right. Death Grip is fucking great, so you can shut the fuck up, Hutu. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, so if you look on Amazon, that album vinyl is about $250. I got it for £60 on eBay because I happened to just look on eBay at that time. I was like, oh, I wonder how much it goes for on eBay. And it had 5 minutes left. It was a bid starting at £60. It had 5 minutes left. I put on a fucking bid and I got it for £60. Fuck yes. It was just such like a stroke of luck. And of course I had the money because of my visa internship. I'm not like made of money or anything. I've worked over the summer so I can buy this dumb shit now. And it's lovely. I've listened to it and there are no scratches or anything. So it was secondhand, but it's all in good quality. And like I've got this forever now, and I'm so happy because now I've mentioned this in my Q&A response. If any of you guys watched that, but my favorite Death Grip song actually is on that album. It's what is it called? It's the single they released for Jenny Death. What is it fucking called? I always forget the name of it, but it's got the music video with the googly eyes. It's really good, and they're just basically fucking screaming on it. It's not on GP. On GP is fucking amazing. It's not that one though. Immaculate Sensation. Yeah. Immaculate Sensation. That's the one. Thank you. Anyway, What the fuck was I talking about before that? I was going to talk about something else that I completely forgot. Well, that's brilliant. Oh yeah, one of the reasons, like the main driving, well not the main, but a big driving force being like what vinyls I want to buy and what ones I want to make sure I pick up in my like humble collection is vinyls that I'm going to look back in like in a couple decades and feel like, yeah, these were like important albums for the decade. You know, does that make sense? Like I want to look back and want to get nostalgic about the subcultures of that time that I grew up in. And I just want to collect like the big ones, the memes, you know, which is why, and I'll show you, I did this in my fucking Q&A video anyway, but I'll do it again. Which is why, hold on. I also have this. It's fucking great. It's the white one, not the pink one. So this was only £20 instead of £100, but it's still, ooh, it's so good. It's so good. Yeah, so it's you got every meme base covered. It's fucking great. It's fucking great. But you can get those ones for £20. Like they're unlimited. Like, they're not the limited ones like the £100 pink ones. I did want a pink one. I don't have £100 to spend on a vinyl though. So yeah. What other big ones have I got? Hold on. I have another Death Grips one, but it's No Love Deep Web, so I can't show that one. Okay, those are the meme ones. Everything else is just random shit. It's very important to me, but like those are the two meme ones. I also want to get Velocity Design Comfort, which apparently is coming out on vinyl soon, which is fucking amazing. So I'll get that as well. So yeah. I don't listen to tapes, no. Why would I listen to tapes? Anyway, so yeah, I'm working this video on the run. I don't know when it's going to be out, but it will be posted here at some point. Hopefully in the next few weeks. I really hope so. I'm very excited about that because I really want to get more videos out on this channel, man. Like I pretty much, in all honesty, I've kind of given up on this channel, like getting massive, like kind of like H-bomb or Contra level or whatever. But I still think I have like enough of a base where I can at least contribute to the discourse within our like leftist community. So I feel like at the very least I can work off of that and I can make videos like relating to the left itself and trying to fix some of the problems we have, which is why I'm making this video on like Leninist bias and anti-sectarianism and shit. And then after that, I was going to make one on like Extinct Rebellion and talk about why they're shit, and shit like that. So it's like, yeah, that's kind of where I want to go on my channel now. Which is why I'm a bit more like chill with streaming here, I think now. Hello, General Lee. Let's remove you from the chat. Oh wait, did I ban you or did I? Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. Which is why I'm more chill like streaming on here now, because streaming isn't actually that good for the algorithm. Yeah, I'll make you a fucking mod, Maria. It's not that good for the algorithm, which is why before I never would have done it. But now I'm like, I've kind of fucked my channel already by not uploading for months on end. So like, I may as well just enjoy it and chill out and like, you know, if we get more subs, if we have like 30K or something in the future, that's really cool as well. I'll go for that. But like at the moment, we pretty much, I have enough due to the size of like the online left community. I have enough that I have a big enough voice that I need to have an influence on the leftist community now, and that's all I want. I'm fine with that. I'll still do my debates. I think if I want to think about convincing people on the other side, I should just do more debates, and I should do more debates because, you know, I have so many people come up to me and they're like, I got into communism because of a debate you had with Sargon or something, or the most random shit sometimes, or like because of a fucking discussion you have with Dr. Lehman, which got like 3,000 views and was in fucking 2016. Holy shit. But like just shit like that. If I'm concerned about convincing those people, I should just do more debates. because they're a lot of fun anyway. I'm pretty good at them, so fuck it, I'll do that. I will dedicate this channel to just fixing the left because, oh my god. Guys, you're a fucking mess. You are a mess. Read some fucking Marx. Worship Contra as much as I do. I should make a video on cancel culture and shit, maybe. Or maybe I shouldn't. I'm being really hesitant to get into the whole cancel culture discourse because, like, I've got some bad history with that. Because if anyone doesn't know, I used to be a bit more on the anti-identity politics side. Basically, what it meant is I had the same opinions I do now, but I thought it was okay to use slurs now and then. I don't anymore. We're talking like 2016. I was like 19. I'm 21 now. I've grown up. But because of that, a lot of people still have those memories of me because I was very outspoken about my like anti-Idol views and stuff. So a lot of people still see me in that way. So it's like if I start coming out talking about these more sensitive issues, it's like coming from me that might not be the best look. But I still feel like I want to fucking like, oh, just watching this Contra shit. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. It really is. Mute versus Vouch. Xexizy versus Vouch. I read my own fucking name as Mute now. Would be crazy. It would be. I should get on with him. And he seems like a cool dude. I really like him. Like from what I've seen anyway. He's got some like. I want him to be open to me educating him on real Marxism. And that's so arrogant, but like I've seen some of his takes and shit, and he's very educate, agitate, organize, and like, oh, it's like, okay, kiddo, like, well, he's older than me, but I'm gonna call him kiddo anyway, because fuck it. You know, and it's kind of that kind of shit, and I'm like, you gotta take the black pill with me, dude. You gotta just accept that activism is pointless, and we're all gonna die. That's what I need to educate him on. That's the point of my channel, man. How are we feeling about the beanie? Is that? Oh, wow. Should we keep that on or should we let my hair breathe? I don't know. Oh my god, it's such a mess. What really annoys me is this bit. I don't know why it like separates out no matter how much I fucking comb it or anything. It's bullshit. Can someone like tell me how to fix that? Fuck, man. Alright, we're keeping the beanie. We're keeping the beanie. Alright. The beanie's cute as shit. I like it. Sex work is good. And if you're against sex work, you're a fucking... I hate you. Okay. Okay, two questions. What are the right products and how do I dry it properly? This is what the stream is about now, guys. So if you're not interested in the fucking makeup tutorials, I recommend you leave. I should do some makeup tutorials. I reckon I could pull off some like eyeliner or something. You know, actually, no. I reckon with this hair, for real, I reckon with this hair, I could pull that off. I think it would go. Would it not go? Yeah, that is a popular opinion. I think it's like I've spoken to Alice about this. Because like, okay, so if anyone doesn't know, I'm gonna plug her real quick because she's a fucking she's lovely. There's this YouTuber, Alice Pope Terry, and she's a small YouTuber, so which is why I'm gonna plug her. And over the summer especially, we got to know each other pretty well because. People should actually know her. She was the girl who was sitting with fucking Philosophy Tube throughout the whole Shakespeare thing. So that's her. Anyway, so because she lives in London, I was in London the whole fucking thing summer. We hung out a lot, and we got talking at one point, and she said to me, "So do people often like say to you that you're an egg or something?" And I fucking burst out laughing. Because like Yeah, and so we talk about what that was, right? And I'm like, because I'm always like, is there a fucking vibe I'm putting out there or something? Like, surely there shouldn't be anything particularly special about me, right? And we kind of came to an agreement. It's really just the twink aesthetic happens to overlap a shit ton with the egg aesthetic. And I admit, I do lean into the twink aesthetic a little bit. I should fucking shave properly. Well, actually, you know what? Here's the thing. Here's the fucking thing. If we're gonna go into the fucking whole beauty section of everything, why the fuck not? I just shaved. This is literally freshly shaven. It is bullshit. I need to get something like cream or some shit. I don't fucking know. It is. Ugh. Why? I literally cut myself trying to like shave this properly, and it just doesn't work. I hate it. Yeah, I'm gonna get fucking laser. I think at that point, if I start doing that, we can say I'm an egg. I've different razors. Like it doesn't matter which one. No, I look fucking horrible with a fucking beard. You've seen me with a beard. Do you want to see me with a beard? Because I have a whole fucking video of me in a beard, and it was a mess. It's a mess. Like I look like I'm a fucking drug addict at that time. I use a normal razor. Whoa. Okay, what's happening? What's happening? Is that better? Okay. Okay.